Hi, this is your host from the channel, and welcome to this new episode of our life skills series where we teach you how to survive and thrive in an English-speaking country. Today's topic: experience, a month on a budget. So today, I'm going to tell you about a time when I had to live on a very tight budget for an entire month, and what I did to make sure that I could save money. Before I start, a quick disclaimer. If you are struggling financially, then please contact a local charity or organization that helps people who are in financial difficulty. They will be able to help you much better than I will in this video. Right, let's get started. As many of you know, I am a teacher and I love teaching very much. Every summer, I work in a summer camp and I really enjoy doing that. However, the salary I receive from that job is not very high. Therefore, when I was offered another job in the same camp, helping in the kitchen for extra money, I thought, wow, this is great. I can earn some extra money for the summer. And that's what I did. The problem was that I was working 7 days a week, so I couldn't do my normal job as well. And therefore, after 2 weeks, I was exhausted. I was also exhausted because I had to wake up at 6 in the morning and work until late at night. So after 2 weeks, I decided to stop working in the kitchen. At that point, I realized that I needed to live on a very tight budget for the rest of the month. But luckily, I had already lived in that camp for 3 months by then, and I knew the area quite well. So I knew how to find cheap food, and I knew how to entertain myself without spending a lot of money. So here are my best tips. Tip number 1. Make a shopping list. I'm sure you've all heard this tip before, but in my opinion, it's the most important rule if you want to save money while grocery shopping. Before I go to the store, I write down exactly what I need. When I'm writing the list, I think about all the meals I want to cook during the week, and I write them down. For example, on Monday, I might want to eat chicken with rice and vegetables. So I write down chicken, rice, and vegetables. Then I go through my list and see if there are any other items I need. I try to avoid unnecessary items and stick to the basics. For example, if I'm cooking chicken with rice, I don't need to buy ketchup, pizza, or ice cream. Those items aren't essential for the recipe. Once I have my list, I stick it to the fridge, and I only take it with me to the store. In the store, I only buy the things on my list, and I don't allow myself to buy anything else. This has been the most important rule if I wanted to save money. Tip number 2. Look for discounts. There are always sales or special offers in many stores. I try to check the prices of the items I need and buy products that are on sale. For example, if I need milk and there are 2 different brands with the same price, I would choose the store's own brand. It's usually cheaper than a big name brand. Also, I try to buy fruit and vegetables that are in season, because they tend to be cheaper than out-of-season fruit and vegetables. Tip number 3. Cook at home. This is another tip you may have heard many times, but I really think it's worth mentioning. If you want to save money, cook at home. Don't buy lunch every day. Buying lunch every day can be expensive. So I try to cook my lunch for the whole week. At the beginning of the week, I spend some time in the kitchen cooking several dishes. That way I have healthy food ready to eat throughout the week. This also saves me time during the week, because I do have to spend time thinking about what to eat or preparing food. Another thing that saves me money is that I stopped buying coffee at the cafe. I really like drinking coffee, but I couldn't afford to buy a coffee every day. So I started making my own coffee at home. It's not the same, but it's much cheaper. In addition to these tips, I also try to find free activities to do during my free time. I went for walks in the mountains and played sports with my friends instead of going to the cinema or shopping. I also took advantage of the camp facilities, such as the swimming pool and the gym. By following these tips, I managed to live on a very tight budget for an entire month. I did have to worry about saving money, and I could enjoy my time in the camp without stress. Since making this video, I've watched a few videos on how to save money. I will link the videos below. And I've found that it's even possible to live on $1 a day. I'm not sure if that's necessary or realistic, but it's definitely possible. Here is a summary of the main points I want you to remember from today's lesson. When you are on a tight budget, you must prioritize your spending. Think about what you really need and cut back on non-essential expenses. You should also look for ways to increase your income, whether that means taking on a part-time job, selling things you don't need, or asking for a raise at work. With careful planning and some sacrifices, it's possible to live on a tight budget without compromising your health or well-being. If you have any questions about today's lesson, leave them in the comments below and I will answer them. Now, it's your turn to talk. Have you ever had to live on a tight budget? What did you do to save money? Share your experiences and tips with us in the comments below. And now, I'd like to thank all of our supporters who help us create free lessons like this one. If you would like to support us, please use the links in the description. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye.